What's the sort of moment in each of your shows that you wish hadn't aired?
I don't think there's any moment on Idol I wish hadn't have aired. I think, look, if you're calling yourself a real reality show, you gotta show it all. I love live. I hate taped anything.
Yeah,
I'm a performer. I'm used to playing on the stage. Turn all the lights on, the audience, give me to me, let's go, the mistakes, everything. When it's taped, I feel like I'm on a scripted show.
I wish we had done the family version of Amazing Race, but I'm proud that we tried it. It didn't work, and it came back to the whole thing, about having kids that you're eliminating. I mean, it's hard enough to eliminate anybody, because they want to be there so badly, and I got to look into a kid's eyes with tears pouring down, and I'm, with a raised eyebrow, dramatic pause, cameras coming in, and I'm sorry to tell you, you've been eliminated. But I think the hardest thing for me, so we do the family version of The Amazing Race, and the very first family that I have to eliminate are the black family, who happen to be black. So I wish that hadn't aired, because I ended up, they were an amazing family, and I said to the father, I said, we're talking about how he wanted to be addressed. He said, well, I want to be called the Black Family. I'm very proud of my name, and I'm proud to be black. So I was like, okay. So we go to Harlem, and I'm doing a school visit, and I'm standing on the stage, and I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? There's 800 kids. And I go, and now from Amazing Race, family version, please welcome. And I just didn't know what else to say but the black family, and then they walked in, and I thought I was going to be killed. And then Mr. Black, thankfully, came up and said, hey, settle down, that's our name, we're black and we're proud. He saved my life. I guess I wish that hadn't aired.
That's a great story. That's great television. Clearly.
It was great, but I'm saying it was just one of those moments.
But then,
and the kids crying.
Week 2, he gets rid of the hunky family, and
that did not go down at all.
About that, why couldn't I have eliminated hunky family? I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't know if I wish it hadn't aired, but I certainly wish it hadn't happened. There was this Lord of the Flies moment, and they kind of ganged up on Marcel Vigneron, who kind of, looks very similar to the Wolfman or Wolverine. Just his haircut. He's a very eccentric, interesting young man, and he's very sweet, but he came off as very annoying to all of the people who had to live with him, and so, but nonetheless, but that did not excuse at all what they did. They kind of held him down and threatened to shave his head, and it got very ugly, and we did stop it, and then I think the person who actually did the holding down regretted it terribly. So that was not a good moment for any of us, especially for the chefs involved.
Unreal. I had a huge run-in that I thought wasn't the right way to put it out in terms of nightmares when I was at a soul food restaurant and I walked in, and as I walked in, the lady's boyfriend was at the bar. She was in her 50s, he was in his 20s. And as I opened the door, there was this mouse staring at me. So I picked it up, and then he went for me because he accused me of bringing in a fucking mouse. Wow. So I had to say, look, are you serious? He said, yeah, you took it out of your pocket, you planted it on the floor.
Took it out of your pocket?
And you shook your leg, and the mouse ran down your leg. And you dropped it in the corner, and then you stitched me up. I said, mate, let me tell you something. He said, let me tell you something. Let's go downstairs now and find it. I said, dude, seriously? Yeah, you brought the mouse in. Look, it's half dead, it's half alive. So then I get hold of the owner's mum, and she tells me that the place was recently visited, literally 4 days before we arrived, with the exterminator in terms of the mouse catcher, and it was the leftover. But this thing was alive. But I mean, how stupid would any of us be to be that silly to plant anything? I mean, do you think we're going to walk around with live animals in our pockets? Rat,
get him,
take
go get him, go get him.